Adventures of Paws. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
How Chef Ginger Found Her Passion. Long ago, before she was the famous Chef Ginger, she was just a curious little kitten named Ginger, living in a bustling village full of animals. Ginger loved to explore, sniffing every flower and poking her nose into every nook and cranny. One sunny morning, Ginger was strolling through the village when her nose caught a whiff of something amazing. It smelled warm, spicy, and oh so delicious. Following the scent, she padded to the town square where a friendly raccoon named Chef Casserole was stirring a giant pot of soup. "Meow, hello, what smells so yummy?" asked Ginger, her tail twitching with excitement. "It's vegetable soup," said Chef Casserole. "Want to help me make it?" "Me help cook?" Ginger tilted her head. She had never cooked before. "Of course, cooking is just like exploring. You try new things," Chef Casserole said, handing Ginger a little wooden spoon. Ginger eagerly jumped in. She stirred the pot, tasted the broth, and even added a pinch of salt. When the soup was ready, the entire village gathered to eat. Everyone loved it, and they all said, "Chef Casserole, this is the best soup ever." "But it wasn't just me," said Chef Casserole. "Ginger helped." Ginger's whiskers twitched with pride. "Meow, amazing. I want to learn more about cooking." From that day on, Ginger spent her days experimenting in the kitchen. She made all sorts of treats: tuna biscuits, carrot cupcakes, and even dandelion tea. Sometimes things didn't turn out quite right, like the time she made a pancake that was so hard it bounced. But Ginger never gave up. Years later, Ginger opened her own little restaurant, Paw Gourmet, where animals from all over the land came to try her food. She wore a special chef's coat and her signature tilted hat, always ready to create something new. Every time she cooked, Ginger remembered what Chef Casserole taught her. Cooking is like exploring. You try new things. And that's how Chef Ginger's journey began, with a curious nose, a kind raccoon, and a big pot soup. Chef Ginger and the Blueberry Cupcake Surprise. In the heart of the cozy little village, inside a warm and bustling kitchen, Chef Ginger was getting ready for a special baking day. Today, she wanted to make something extra delicious: blueberry cupcakes. She put on her chef's coat, dusted flour off her whiskers, and lined up all the ingredients. Chef Ginger's blueberry cupcake recipe ingredients: 1½ cups flour, 3/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup butter softened, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 cup fresh blueberries. "Meow, amazing, this will be the best batch ever," she purred happily. Just as she was about to start mixing, her friend Benny the squirrel scampered into the kitchen, his bushy tail twitching excitedly. "Ginger, I heard you're making cupcakes. Can I help?" Benny asked. "Of course, Benny. Cooking is always more fun with friends," Ginger said, handing him a wooden spoon. Benny helped mix the dry ingredients: flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and salt, while Ginger whisked the butter, eggs, milk, and vanilla together. Then, she carefully folded in the blueberries. But as Benny stirred, he got a little too excited. Splat! A giant scoop of batter flew into the air and landed right on Ginger's nose. Benny gasped. "Oops, I'm so sorry, Ginger." Ginger giggled and licked her nose. "No worries, Benny. A little mess makes the best memories." Soon the batter was ready, and they carefully poured it into cupcake liners. Baking instructions: 1. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. 2. Line a cupcake tray with 12 cupcake liners. 3. Fill each liner 2/3 full with batter. 4. Bake for 20 minutes until golden brown and fluffy. 5. Let them cool before adding a special touch. As the cupcakes baked in the oven, the kitchen smelled sweeter with every passing minute. Ding! The timer rang. The cupcakes were ready. Ginger and Benny took them out and they looked perfect, golden, fluffy, and bursting with blueberries. But something was missing. "They need a little extra magic," Ginger said, tapping her chin. Just then, their friend Poppy the bird fluttered in. "I have an idea," she chirped. She flew over to the counter and sprinkled a tiny bit of honey on each cupcake. Ginger's eyes sparkled. "Perfect! Let's taste them." They each took a big bite. The cupcakes were soft, sweet, and bursting with blueberry goodness. "These are the best cupcakes ever," Benny squeaked. "They taste like sunshine and happiness," Poppy chirped. Ginger smiled. "That's because we made them together. The secret ingredient is always friendship." And from that day on, Ginger's Blueberry Cupcake Surprise became the village's favorite treat, baked with love, laughter, and just a little bit of batter on the nose. Chef Ginger and the Valentine's Day Feast. In the heart of the cozy little village, Chef Ginger's kitchen was buzzing with excitement. Valentine's Day was here, and she had planned a special feast for all her friends. She put on her chef's coat, dusted flour off her whiskers, and checked her list. "Meow-mazing! Today we'll make heart-shaped treats, a warm, cozy soup, and a surprise dessert," she purred happily. Just as she gathered her ingredients, her friends Benny the squirrel, Poppy the bird, and Ollie the owl walked in. "Ginger, we're here to help," Benny said, his fluffy tail twitching. "Perfect! Cooking is always better with friends," Ginger smiled. The Valentine's Day feast begins first. They made heart-shaped berry pancakes. Heart-shaped berry pancake recipe ingredients: 1 cup flour, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 egg, 3/4 cup milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/2 cup mixed berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Cooking instruction 1. Mix all the ingredients in a bowl. 2. Pour the batter onto a pan in heart shapes. 3. Flip and cook until golden brown. 4. Top with honey and extra berries. As Ginger flipped the pancakes, Benny tried to make a big heart but ended up with a squiggly shape. "Oops," Benny giggled. Ginger laughed. "It's okay, Benny. Every heart is special." Next, they made a warm tomato love soup, a perfect dish for a chilly Valentine's Day. Warm tomato love soup recipe ingredients: 4 ripe tomatoes chopped, 2 cups vegetable broth, 1 small onion chopped, 1 clove garlic minced, 1/2 cup cream, 1 teaspoon basil. Cooking instruction 1. Cook tomatoes, onion, and garlic in a pot until soft. 2. Blend everything until smooth. 3. Stir in cream and basil. 4. Serve warm with heart-shaped croutons. Ollie the owl carefully cut heart shapes out of bread and toasted them. "Look, Ginger, tiny crunchy hearts." Ollie hooted. "Meow-mazing, they're adorable," Ginger purred. "The sweet surprise dessert." Finally, it was time for the Valentine's chocolate mousse. Valentine's chocolate mousse recipe ingredients: 1 cup chocolate chips, 1/2 cup heavy cream, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1 tablespoon honey. Cooking instruction 1. Melt the chocolate. 2. Whisk in cream, vanilla, and honey. 3. Chill for 1 hour. 4. Top with strawberries. Poppy the bird fluttered around, adding little heart-shaped strawberry slices on top. "Now it's ready," Poppy chirped. A feast full of love. Ginger and her friends set the table with pink napkins, flower decorations, and heart-shaped candles. Everyone took a bite of their feast and smiled. "This is the best Valentine's meal ever," Benny squeaked. "It tastes like love and friendship," Poppy chirped. "Cooking together makes it extra special," Ollie hooted. Ginger purred happily. "That's because the best ingredient is love." And from that day on, Chef Ginger's Valentine's Day feast became a tradition. full of delicious food, laughter, and the joy of friendship.
Adventures of Paws. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Let the
Now
adventures
available on
begin.
Spotify.